So the discussion was going into the area of boycotting the NFL. The gentleman who had called the show earlier was upset over their policy about how they're treating this pot-smoking player more harshly than a violent player, a player who was violent with his girlfriend and or wife. And it's disturbing news, no doubt, but the NFL's such a large organization. It's like when somebody says they're going to boycott their cell phone company. What the hell does Sprint or Verizon care if you leave? Ultimately, it's just a drop in the bucket. You'd have to have some significant portion of consumers leave and or make it known to the company that you're upset with them and that you're, I'm not going to buy any more jerseys this year. I'm not going to buy any more tickets to the game. I won't watch it on television, etc. But in a lot of cases, boycotts don't really work out. They don't pan out because what'll happen is there will be what they call a boycott in response. So, classic example of this was the more recent Chick-fil-A controversy. I don't know if you guys recall this. It was, I think, last year. Chick-fil-A, Chick-fil-A. I miss Chick-fil-A, I got to say. I love me some Chick-fil-A, but they did some really stupid stuff in 2013. Now, Chick-fil-A has always been a religious company.
Yes.
And that's something that's kind of bothered me as a customer over the years, especially when I was a teenage atheist. But it never stopped me from eating there because, damn, their fried chicken is good. Their chicken sandwiches. But they've always had this religious bend, and it really bothered me as a customer because it seemed like every time I always thought about Chick-fil-A, it would be Sunday. And I couldn't go to Chick-fil-A because they're closed on Sunday. So that was probably the most frustrating.
You think they did that on purpose? Do you think they knew,
Yes.
it's Sunday, everybody's getting out of church now, so let's not serve them?
Well, no, they did it on purpose because Sunday's the holy day or whatever, and so
right,
you're not supposed to work
on Sunday. Okay,
so
but isn't Chick-fil-A's main competitor another fast food restaurant like KFC?
I would guess KFC would be a main competitor of Chick-fil-A.
I would not put Chick-fil-A and KFC in the same category at all.
Why not? I never really thought about that before.
Chick-fil-A
I've never compared the two
sells
products.
That they primarily sell chicken sandwiches,
which KFC now sells.
Now.
And has sold for a while.
Their primary thing is
chickens.
Fried chicken.
Yeah.
But it's a different kind of chicken.
I get you, but I would say Ellen's onto something unless you can think of a better nationally known competitor to Chick-fil-A.
I don't know of any other company that primarily sells chicken sandwiches. Popeyes, maybe, but I would say Popeyes is more like a competitor to KFC.
Yeah, so there you go. Maybe Popeyes, they have some sandwiches there. Wendy's has a spicy chicken.
Okay, but what about Waffle Houses? I mean, you can't deny that waffles are delicious. And sometimes they're better than chicken.
Definitely not a competitor for Chick-fil-A. But let me go back to my point. So I was bringing up Chick-fil-A because last year they did something really stupid. There was some comment about, well, I don't even remember what it was. Some insensitive, ridiculous, outrageous comment made by one of their CEOs or something like that about gay people. Because, again, Chick-fil-A is a religious organization, and a lot of people in religion, organized religion, are biased and homophobic. Yeah, so that was what it was. But what happened as a result of that was some folks of the gay community, whatever that means, people who were upset, had themselves a boycott, and then the sort of the right-wing, ultra-conservative types, the religious types, fundamentalist Christians, those folks, they had a boycott. And the boycott resulted in lines of people pouring out from the front of the Chick-fil-A, going down the street kind of lines on one day. They picked this one day for everybody to go and buy food from Chick-fil-A. Show them how you hate gay people. And so that's what people did, and Chick-fil-A, I think, came out on top on that one. I don't know what the end of the day totals were as far as the end of the year totals were, but certainly for that boycott day, they did very, very well. And the amount of free publicity that they received from all of the hubbub surrounding this stupid statement the CEO made ultimately was a good thing for them. So boycotts sometimes backfire, is my point.
Right, but what if you're just a random average user of Chick-fil-A or some other fast food restaurant that's having this boycott? You don't know what the purpose of all of these people lined up outside are.
You're going to turn around and go away.
I mean, are they going to be standing there holding signs saying, "We hate gay people"?
Yeah,
That's
actually,
why
I
we're
think they
eating
did
food
that.
here.
I think they actually did that. Yes.
I don't know, but
so.
remember the owner of the Chick-fil-A in Manchester or Concord, wherever
Nashua, the Nashua
a Chick-fil-A in New Hampshire. The owner of that one actually wound up giving sandwiches or some kind of
for Pride Fest
support to Pride Fest.
Yeah, that was so awesome. I love that detail.
Free Talk Live, 7 nights a week from 7 to 10 Eastern, live on the Liberty Radio Network at LRN.FM.